I want you to take one key piece of information from this video, and that is that excess weight is not your fault. I'll repeat, excess weight is not your fault. Hi, I'm Dr Rebecca Stafford. I have a PhD in health psychology, and I have a private practice helping people resolve a lot of really quite awful but also unnecessary problems in their life, and I take a lot of joy from my work. And those problems have included helping people lose weight as well. So now I'll start by explaining how excess weight is not your fault by explaining what doesn't cause it. So excess weight is not caused by a lack of self-control. In fact, excess weight has very little to do with diet and exercise, calories in versus calorie night. That's a complete myth. Excess weight also has nothing to do with laziness, another common myth. In fact, laziness does not even exist as a psychological construct. So what excess weight is to do with for many people is two things. The main one is chronic stress, and a related thing is genetics. There are some obesity genes. You can have a few or many, but they can also be switched on or off, and if you're not sure if you've got any of the genes, have a look around at your family. Now, however, and also there's different types of stress, and stress is poorly understood, which is partly why we have such a problem with it, but I'll just use the catch-all phrase of chronic stress for now, just to keep it simple. So how does chronic stress cause our excess weight? So what it does is it slows our metabolisms. So what that means is that our bodies become super efficient at converting food calories to body fat, and super efficient at burning almost anything other than body fat for fuel, including obviously carbohydrates and even protein. And insult to injury, chronic stress triggers emotional eating. It's not your fault. It's nothing to do with self-control per se. And what else does it do? Oh, it also disinclines us to exercise. How rude is that? But it's just our body's way of trying to keep us alive and trying to encourage us to take on board calories and literally to hang on to body fat for dear life. However, not that many of us appreciate it right now. Anyway, I've created a weight freedom coaching package, and as you might have guessed, the main thrust of this is reducing chronic stress using simple but innovative and clinically proven techniques. So I've created some information down below if you want to find out more about the weight freedom coaching package, or even if you just want to learn more, even if you don't want to take the package, even I've got information about effective ways of losing weight. And I feel like I should add that as part of my own personal bio, I narrowly dodged an eating disorder as a teenager, and have had a somewhat checkered relationship with food in the past, so I do have an understanding around that. So I hope you'll check out the information, and I hope you feel better for knowing that excess weight is not your fault. Thank you. Bye bye.